Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Dime Store Design. Today, we are going to be getting right into it. We're going to be making a children's game. Okay, I've been playing a lot of those lately, and we're going to be making it with a 80s movie theme. Okay, let's try something. And go. All right, 80s movie, kids game. Kids games are easy. We can make kids games. We just gotta move around the board and do some shit. No big deal. But a movie, I kind of don't want to make an 80s movie that's a kids movie. So instead, we're gonna do an 80s movie. So many to choose from. We're gonna go with, no, Jaws was the 70s. Star Wars was the 70s. I can do Star Wars again, but no. 80s, 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 80s. Fuck. Let's go. Let's go back to the future. Now, there are already a ton of Back to the Future games, but I don't really care about any of those. Instead, what I want to do is focus on a children's game with a Back to the Future theme. All right, so kids game. So when I think of a kids game, you gotta become simple. Usually have to involve colors. So we have primary colors, yellow. I don't think these are the primary colors. Red and blue, maybe? Those are the primary colors. You mix those together, they make a whole bunch of shit. Okay, so let's go with, so we need a board, obviously. Do we need a board? Okay, so I'm playing a lot of, like, children is kind of vague. So children could be pre-children, like Olive is, or it could be a little older, like 8th grade, not 8th grade, 8 years old, 8 plus. We're gonna go with something a little, no, fuck it, we're gonna make it as basic as possible. So here we have the board. The board is going to have 3 spaces. Okay, so we have 3 spaces. And let's see, so we have we're gonna go past, present, and future. And the goal is to get back to the future. All right, shit, how are we gonna do this? So ideally, here's what we're working with. We're working with, I can do this. We're working with a racing game. So the goal is to get from point A to point B. Now, point A is the past, I like that. Point B is the future, no. Point B is the present. So past, present, future. So what was that movie take place? 1987, I wanna say, 85? Something like that. And then this is it takes back in the 60s or 50s whenever he was Chuck Berry. So we're gonna make a racing game, and so we have our board. We'll figure that out later. So we have our board, and on your turn, we have I like a dice. I like a die. I like something to roll. I find spinners are too complicated. We've been trying to play a spinner game with Olive, and she doesn't flip it very well, but we can roll a dice. I think there needs to be more than one. I feel like there needs to be 5 dice, 3 dice. And on those dice, we're gonna have a couple of different things. So we're going to have, let's do the dice cross. That's not a dice cross. Dice cross. Come on, give me the dice cross. Boo, do, do, do. And then the extra dice, because it rolls into a die. Yeah, okay. So here's the dice cross. On one side, there are, let's do colorful stickers. Colorful, 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 colorful. And these will be different colors. This is basically turning into Candyland, and I don't like it. So we'll do that, we'll do yellow, we'll do blue, but we'll also do black, and then we'll leave those white. So here we go. So we have our board, and the goal is to get from point A to point B. I don't like this. I don't like what's happening here. I don't like that this is turning into some kind of Candyland shoots and ladders thing. So instead what we're gonna do is we are going to, you know what, screw this. Here's what we're doing. Starting over. We're making a co-op game, but it's a children's co-op game, so I'm not out of bounds. So everyone gets to pick a character. You can either be you can either be Doc Brown, you can be Marty, who's super cool. I don't know what that is, so you can either be Marty, who's super cool, I'm Marty, yeah. You can be whoever the girlfriend is in this movie, Leah Thompson. No, that's the mom. No, the girl's Leah Thompson, yeah. And you can be the parents. So the parents are lost. So, ooh, the goal is to, no. All right, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. So we're gonna go co-op game because it's for families because you're teaching your child how to work together. So everyone we're gonna keep the dice. Everyone gets a dice, a die. Everyone gets a die. And then on your turn, everyone is gonna roll and it's gonna produce the colors that we talked about earlier. And then we have our board. And we have to figure out where these dice can go because every space is gonna be dealt a card, and the card is gonna have a certain combination on it of colors or whatnot. So we have different combinations of colors, which is fine, and we have to work together to try to make these match up. Now listen, kids, any activity is fun for them. So rolling dice, getting the color, being happy that they match up, but every person, every character has a special ability. So I agree, we're still doing the Doc Brown, we're still doing the Marty. I don't know what Marty looks like. And then the girlfriend, who is Lily Thompson. I don't know if that's her name. And and some other random person. I don't know, a sneaker that pumps. That's Back to the Future too, but whatever, we're gonna count it. So everyone rolls their die, and everyone gets one, but everyone has a special ability how to like change the die into something else. How is this Back to the Future? Who cares? It's pasted on, no one cares. So Doc Brown can match a die of someone else. Marty can change a blue to a red. Lily Tomlin, who I'm pretty sure this is not the person who was in the movie, can make black, the color black is wild, I guess. And then the shoe is like, okay, I can re-roll as a shoe. Okay, whatever. And still, I like the idea of we're dishing out cards to get from point A to point B, and the cards will all be Back to the Future themed with different things like a dance and a guitar and all kinds of stuff, and we're trying to match the colors. Oh, wait a minute. So we're not actually trying to match any of that. So instead, all right, we're rolling dice to get patterns, so the patterns are fine. But there are a certain number of cards that we have to match. And let's say here is my guitar. Let's say here's my guitar. And here's my guitar. Boo-ba-doo. And so there's my guitar. And over my guitar, this is going to be a certain pattern that you have to meet. I realize it looks like a penis, and that's fine. And you have to match the pattern to get the item, and the item is gonna help you on your story to go to the next one. So that also looks like a penis. Choo-choo, boom. And so, yeah, so the idea of the game, all right, so we have about a minute left. We have 2 minutes left. We have plenty of time. So we have plenty of time left. We have 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So we are going to, all right, so here's our plan. Here is our plan. So we have our board. We have our 4 players, meow, 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 and each one of them will have dice. So we'll have a die, 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 and then there will be a board laid out. And on this board, there will be cards, and every card, wow, those are terrible cards, will have an item on it, Back to the Future themed, or an action, so like 2 people dancing. 2 people dancing. And you will have to work together to roll, to get certain patterns, certain colors on your dice, to match the pattern on there. And you have to try to get each one. In between, like there will be things like, oh, the next one you can't use reds, and you'll have to substitute reds because we can also teach colors. So red and blue equal purple, that kind of thing, or red and yellow make green. So we're gonna teach them how to make colors, and sometimes the reds won't work, but I can use a red and, let's say you can't use purple. My camera's battery died, so instead, here is 12 seconds of technical difficulties luchador. Look at him. Oh, the orange and blue looking, he's coming at you. He's going to get you. Okay, and we're back. My camera died, but we're still going. I still haven't stopped. So we have, so we can't use the colors. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to be able to combine colors instead of using other colors. So we're gonna combine colors to use the colors that we can't use. So it's gonna teach, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna teach colors. We're gonna teach mixing colors to get other colors. We're gonna teach cooperative things, and we're gonna put this all on to a Back to the Future theme, which is going to be, so it's gonna tell a little story. So they'll have like, oh, these are cards from the 50s, these are cards from the 80s, and if we want to incorporate the next movie, they can be cards from the 20s, like Jaws 19, it will be on there as well. And that will be how we do that. So I think that's what we have. So we have a Back to the Future, and that's it. So, that one was all over the place. That one wasn't very good, but it's okay because we're teaching co-op, we have colors, and we're working together as a family. And what more could you want? So that is it. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Peace out.